clutch players win despite their form all the time, and Shox is one of those players that, you know, historically I think he had the most 1v1s, if that's not still true, versus any other pro player. And I think that 1v2 percentage is quite high as well. So no surprise to see that he's able to win this one. Makes it look good. Vitality were good enough, honestly, with just the bomb plant there. Would have tried to pull out a buy. And instead, it's one step better. They get the round, they put Astralis on another save, and it's a quick rush upstairs to maybe ice him out.
Yeah, just looking to flex the weapons advantage here. Molly towards Heaven. That would have completely prevented Yugi from getting into the mix, but he died already, so problem solved before it was a problem. And what's left of Astralis, well, knowing that they won't be able to buy back in the next round, knowing they've lost 2 players and the bomb plant, let's just go ahead and save this one, boys. Keep that scout, move it forward, try again in the 18th.
Yeah, they'll give it their best try. I think last half we saw Astralis pull that off. They lost the eco round, but then they lost the force up, but saved a few guns. Won the round to follow with just the deagles. So, of course, you've always got to hold your breath for Astralis, but so far Vitality looking good, doing their part, and not overcomplicating the issue. I think one of the easiest ways to lose a round like this is to try to go outside slowly, let Device have many opportunities to get kills or do damage, and slowly get whittled apart to the point that your team is low on numbers and confused about where the flanks are coming in. So Vitality, yeah, that's one remedy to that kind of issue. Rush upstairs, and it works out beautifully. So is there going to be any kind of reinvestment from Astralis? It looks like no. Their money is levitating around the 2K mark. Device in a pretty comfortable position. Astralis not in a comfortable position, but yeah, Vitality can once again try to prey on this, and we'll see how they approach it.
2 Zeuses. I feel like the Tech 9s, we've been getting more and more Zeuses as of late. I'm 100% on board. Yeah, Zeusai, Magisk. He's ripping him to shreds here. Redbox was the first hurdle, and Vitality have traded that one, but they're going to have to try and control the weapons around here as well. I mean, now's the time to do it before any other CTs actually encroach any closer. Looks like Astralis are making moves here. They've moved that scout towards hell, so they hope that these rifles try and go for the cross. And I mean, it makes a lot of sense. If you have rifles versus some sort of half-buy, well, the distance tends to be your advantage. But that's only if there is no scout in play. So, looking to avoid Device at all costs. Dupree could be called into action, but with the Zeus, he just wants to wait. Here it is. Challenge outdoors. And that's what I'm talking about, man. Zaiwu walks right into it. And now if they start playing closer corners, look, we've got 2 Zeuses prepared, but oh no! Yugi, he weapon swaps. That's going to give them another chance back in. It's still not undoable for Astralis. RPK is going to have to give cover to the bomb plant. That AK's been picked up, but RPK drops it, and the Molotov helps by denying any Heaven presence.
Surprised they even managed this, despite, you know, that quick switch that ends up losing HUD control. They still were in a 3v2. Dupree walks through the smoke. Trades are coming out, but the CTs are in untradeable spots. It's just Device now with this scout. Shox immediately eviscerates him, wipes the slate clean, and allows Vitality to move in the next round. Forget that ever happened. And Magisk's Deeks were apparently completely in vain. This is a round they definitely should have won despite him getting traded out. And yeah, I mean, you hate to see it. Don't know what the value there is for Yugi to switch. Even if he doesn't think there's someone there, he would have been fine to have the Zeus to peek that angle. So I'm going to assume it was just a mistake. But in CSGO, sometimes with timings this tight, this much pressure, those mistakes can mean the world.
Yeah, I agree entirely. And maybe with Magisk finding that success last round behind the red, well, Device tries his hand at it. Snappy's going to throw that grenade deep, pops back up, and he has done such a good job already of softening up Vitality here. Device called into the action. Snappy's going to retreat, and Apex, that's not going to make it any easier. RPK has been one of the heaviest hitters for Vitality, and he's taken out by an ally. A so-called ally. Apex, 14 health, gonna walk forward on Snappy, gonna take the headshot even. Smoke down bomb plant maybe.
Wow, they're respecting it. That was a free kill from Econ, but they just wanted to play it carefully. It's a Magisk, too, to partake in the restraint.
He heard this. Oh my god, he's going to take another headshot. Now the bomb's actually planted for him.
Connor. No way.
They smoke him off. He double flashes out. Oh, come on. Let us believe. But as it should have gone, Apex, he was already way past his expiration date. And that's Astralis with a 6. 2 survivors. So, I mean, in hindsight, I think if anything, jokes aside, that's actually huge damage for what is a feeble economy for Astralis.
And it feels like that's been a consistent storyline for Astralis this game. It's like even when they win, they take too much damage. They're dropping too many bodies, unfortunately. And Vitality are putting their chemistry to the test from that perspective. It's a really great round, despite losing. So T timeout will be called to try to find the problem areas, stop the bleeding, bandage it up. And But yeah, the early to mid rounds look good again. I mean, Astralis, Snappy does great damage with his HE, doesn't overcommit on his spray, falls down, baits them into the op shot. This is exactly what you want your ramp player to do. Snappy plays his role to perfection. But look at Astralis on this round. Don't even have that op again. That opened it up last round on device.
Already down the vent, though. Shock's wasting no time whatsoever. How fast is that rotate going to scramble down here? How much, pressure does Vitality want to apply? Maybe just give Shock some time. I mean, there's the minute 30 mark. It's going to be real difficult for Astralis to do anything about him. Let's see.
He really, no matter what, his presence alone is enough to affect and influence rotations from the CT side. And so recognizing that Shock's not going to overcommit. Yeah, they have pulled players down. RPK, double entry upstairs. Masuda looking to help him out with a third, but it's 3v3, and Shox is still up. That can flank Heaven on top of everything else. What a push into the lobby. That is a huge read.
Yep, that's the big one. Big one indeed. Device and Magisk. Oh, they've already got Shox looking for them, but Shox is going to get tunnel vision towards Magisk, and he misses. Oh, dude. Bro, this is all of a sudden Astralis back. They've got the 2v2, they've got the health advantage, they've got the utility for a retake. Oh, but Masuda, he turns his attention around, and now it's device down. Magisk, last man up. Smoke, frag, doors swung wide. He's going to go ahead and block off the right side of the bomb site, and then he's going to have to swing into the stack. RPK up close, execution style. That's a 14th round for Vitality. A huge lead for them to just rock Astralis through the rest of this CT side with.
Yeah, two away from closing this out. Let's look at this. The 2 great entries from RPK and Masuda to get the other 3 kills as well. May as well have been a 2v5 from that perspective. But we cannot forget about the fact that Shox performs his magic trick, the vent drop. As soon as the round begins, gets downstairs, and the reason that Vitality still go upper is because if you take a T and you put him down the vent, then one of the initial rotations will be pulling a player from Astralis out of Heaven because they might be scared about a vent drop, and I think they were trying to prey on that, or at least make it seem like there was a window of timing where Vitality would think about going outside as long as Shox was still alive. And of course, he can still serve more purpose as a lurk, and although he dies outside, he does get a bit more information, not a tag on device. But then that shot, that kill obviously comes as Masuda picks up flank. But his awareness throughout that whole round was quite good. I mean, he was one of the 2 players to push into Hut to catch the ramp push from Snappy.
Little preemptive grenade towards the squeaky door, but Shox isn't there barreling through it this round. I feel like Vitality, they realize they've got Astralis pinned right now. Minimize your mistakes.
Yeah.
Let's play a little structure.
Yeah, some structure. Yeah, definitely would be great. But again, it's like it feels like just a amount of time before the round slightly deteriorates for Astralis. Is the start seemed quite strong, and Device has found his way to become the forefront. When it comes to these opening kills, he'll once again have an opportunity to deliver on behalf of his team.
This is one of those incredibly safe positions for him, but remember, it's a scout, not an op, so unless he's cracking headshots, it's not going to be too easy. And Now that they know he's back there, they're going to try to hunt him out. I mean, Dupree, he was supposed to be that that helping hand. Maybe a player that deep in spawn actually is kind of too daunting of a task to go chase, so they think it may be easier to just avoid him. I mean, think about it. Device, he can't help anybody if he is pinned in that CT spawn.
Yeah. He doesn't want to rotate, so as long as they believe that he doesn't want to move from there, he's pretty useless.
But he cracks back Apex. We do have the T's just sprinting down to the B bomb site, so probably thinking to themselves, with Device out of the equation, with 3 other players somewhere in the facility, there can't be that many down on B, and they call it out appropriately. Magisk, he's making a ton of noise, just haphazardly running over to the secret stairs. That's where RPK is going to drop him, and Vitality, they are staring a 15th round in the face. Looking to secure 1 point off of this at least. And you know what? If we look at the group in general for these 2 teams, it would be huge for Vitality to actually win a game because they're currently sitting on 2 ties, which gives them less points than Astralis' current 1 win, 1 loss record. So they need a victory, a legit win, to just push them up to like the 5 points in the group. That should put them 2nd or 3rd. And remember, it's 4 of the 5 that go forward into the playoffs. So this is a big one for Vitality, especially versus another team who's in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, well, we know V is for victory, so Team Vitality would say. So, yeah, they've got a clear route to it. They also have a great round differential off of this series, if that is what's relevant to them towards the end of the group. Device, he's trying his damnedest. Dupree, he's put up some rounds, but overall, yeah, it seems like the problems are just far too great, and Vitality are far too consistent right now to be able to drop a series of rounds to allow them to come back. But yeah, Magisk, wow, he's trying to go get that kill. You have to praise the attempt, and Snappy does find some redemption for his teammate, and finds a trade. Full nades kits here for Vitality, but it is a 4-on-4 situation. Dupree, cheeky push here into the smoke, but it gets called out by RPK. He's been so aware of these smoke pushes.
Yeah, RPK has been looking fantastic.
22 and 11 RPK, yeah. Holy.
Again, one of those players who can just, silently work his way to the very top of the scoreboard. It's the 2 pieces here and there that just tally up. Yugi, again with the Deagle, does tons of damage here versus the T's, but if it's not Device and Snappy to come together and clutch this, then it is Vitality 16-6. Device, he's been caught by Shocks in this position, and even though he's ready, AK bests the M4. Snappy down for the count. That's it, folks. Vitality, the Frenchman, taking the win, and an actual win. No longer splitting hairs with the likes of Nipper and no sir, a straight up W here on Nuke.